This is one of the most powerful things that when we take ownership of it, holds the most potential to transform our life on every single level. And not only our individual life, but our collective paradigm shift will come about as a result of us all individually working in this specific area. And that is your energetic state. This is simple. This is overlooked, easily forgotten. Make a commitment to work on this in a more powerful way after this video. Let me tell you about it now. Your energetic state, your vibration, the resonance that you emanate is what influences the world around you. It's what generates your experience. It's what generates your identity, your thoughts, your inspiration, your ideas, your belief, your feelings. You have a different version of yourself no matter what state that you're in. If you are uninspired, you are the version of yourself with thoughts about how you are stuck, how you are limited, how you have no fucking idea about how to manifest your potential or your dream. When you are inspired, when you're connected to that vision, when you are resonating that state of the person who is in connection with their vision, with their dream, you have access to a whole new set of thoughts, ideas, beliefs, potential. That state generates everything. Your state is like a radio channel. Now, so many people deeply, deeply want to create change on this planet. There's so many things that we are witnessing and that we are seeing on a collective level that are turmoil and pain and suffering. And everybody wants to create a change in some way. And this is how you can begin. This is the most direct way you can begin. You're not disempowered to create change. So many people believe that they're disempowered to create change, that you're not able to make a difference, but you are able to make a difference. You're able to make a difference by the state that you choose to resonate. Now, a lot of people believe that action is what makes the most difference. And yes, action makes a difference. Listen to the nuance here. If you act from a place of fear, and a place of despair, and a place that believes that this world is a terrible place, then you are only propagating that frequency. That action is continuing to broadcast the frequency of the place that it came from, of fear, of dismay, of pain, whatever it is, whatever the place is that it comes from. If you choose to act from a place that recognizes the unity with all of life, a higher vision for humanity, a dream for awakening, which is not really a dream, it's a reality, but we dream it first before it becomes reality, and we can continue dreaming this dream, choosing to resonate this frequency, because the more we do that, the more we intentionally dream it, the more we see it become manifest. When you choose to act, to express, to communicate from that place within yourself, you are resonating an entirely different frequency. And your frequency is what makes the biggest difference. It's not action. This reality is frequency first. Frequency is the building blocks of this reality. Everything that you see that you believe to be physical is actually a frequency that is vibrating so slowly that it has basically stood still, and it's now physical. Your state is a frequency that vibrates a lot quicker, and that begins to communicate to your world how your world should take shape. So your state is absolutely everything. Your state is what's going to make the difference between you rising into your potential, between you bridging the gap between where you are now and where you want to be, between you bridging the gap between the reality that you feel doesn't match your internal truth and the reality where you know you are in your highest, most fullest, most potent, most profound expression of you. Your state is the starting point. It is the building block. It is the foundation. Do you get how important your state is? I think you do. I want you to contemplate it. Oh, side note, if you see yourself as a paradigm shift leader, as a change maker, well, not even only if that, but I just made a reel. Please check it out below. It is 3 core areas of energetic mastery to focus on. I'm not going to go into them now, but it is very connected to this video. Check it out either now or after the video. get this video first. Maybe check it out after. But I don't want to go into those topics again. But state, as I was saying in that video, state is the number one area of energetic mastery. When you begin to choose to energetically master yourself, your reality, you start to bring everything into resonance with your truest vibration, with what you are as a divine being. You no longer feel that there is a divide between what you feel yourself to be and what you see in your circumstances. So your state is very important. And I really want to bring this message in, and I feel like it's coming through very powerfully at this time because of what is playing out on a collective level. And I don't know what's playing out on a collective level. I consciously choose to withdraw my attention from that because I recognize that my most powerful service comes through my state, from my actions from this state, from my expression from this state. And I am putting all of my attention towards the reality that I can feel emerging from within myself, towards the transformation that I wish to see on this planet. But there are many people who are exposed to what is going down on a collective level and are deeply, deeply affected by it. And you can become so affected by it that you can become disconnected from your soul mission. You can become disconnected from your truest frequency. You can become disconnected from your heart, from love, from so many things. And I just want to say that if you are finding yourself in this space, I see you, and there's no judgment on you. If you have found that happening to you, you make the choices that you make, and that is absolutely fine. But what I want to offer to you today is to just remember to always be conscious of your state. And when we are going through times of collective upheaval, collective turmoil, ultimately collective movement towards expansion and transformation, we've got to all take ownership for our state. State is what is the most powerful. State is where it all begins. And what I want to add to this as well is that when a lot of people hear this invitation around state, what a lot of people start to believe is that, okay, I need to be in a high vibe all the time. I need to be in a happy, positive state. Okay. Now, let me add the nuance here. And because they believe it's better to be in a happy, positive state, to be high vibe, they start to avoid, suppress, and want to move away from denser emotions and heavier frequencies, and thus avoid the valuable alchemy that you need to go through in order to really have a paradigm shift within yourself. So the nuance here is that this state that is vibrating a resonance of truth of your infinite nature is a state that is aware. A state that is aware of what is, no matter what that what is. Okay? So when you are aware of what is happening within yourself, whether that happening is light or heavy or clarity or unclarity, whatever the content is, as long as you are resonating the frequency of awareness, being conscious, staying awake, not going on into autopilot, not falling asleep to your conditioning, then you are resonating a powerful state, a state that contains the essence of what we are in truth. And that is really what we're here to do. We're here to not decide state is better or worse based off high/low vibe, based off like a mental judgment, mental analysis. It's all about how conscious can you be, or are you falling into unconsciousness? Is a program running the show, or are you choosing to be aware? Are you choosing to be aware that you're aware? Are you choosing to come back to that clarity of your awareness at every single moment? Are you choosing to let yourself use the opportunity of becoming distracted as a chance to come back to being aware? Don't judge yourself. Don't create an internal narrative that shames yourself because you fell into your conditioning again. Who cares? Come back to being aware. So this is really the thing that makes the biggest difference on a collective level, on an individual level. It is the state, and that doesn't mean high vibe. It means aware, present, awake. And in that, you can be clear, no matter what the content is that is passing through you. And in that, you can go face your depths. You can go clear your distortions. You can feel all the feelings. You can go through the alchemy, and you don't need to be afraid to embrace it. Okay, so you guys are all going to go do that. If you haven't already, and yeah, your consciousness is in conversation with my consciousness as you're hearing this, and you're recognizing what are the most important ways in my life that I can pay better attention to state, take better care of state. And I want you to make some commitments now. I want you to acknowledge what hasn't been supporting your state and what could support you to emanate a more powerful state, to take greater ownership and responsibility for your state. And feel free to use the comments for this. Much love, guys. Have a beautiful whatever you are doing right now, whatever you're doing later. Enjoy your state. Enjoy the space that comes up as a result of it. And don't forget to recognize the quality of your state at each and every moment. The quality of the space. Mwah, just feel how beautiful it is. Okay? Goodbye, guys.